Hi everybody, it's Jen Party from Understanding Energy and JenniferParty.com, and I haven't recorded a video in a really long time, so I just wanted to do a short one to check in. And tonight is the lunar eclipse / full moon in the sign of Aquarius, and so I thought I'd share a few thoughts about that to start with. The sun is in Leo, and the moon is, of course, in Aquarius. And the sun in Leo wants to shine, to be creative, to radiate its love and energy and excitement out into the world, to be playful, to have fun. The moon in Aquarius is visionary, thinks outside the box, knows that it is connected to other people. It's an air sign, so it's innately social. So this is a time to maybe share our ideas with other people, to play with creative mediums and expand our way of doing things, to take a risk and allow some new vision to sprout wings in our life and give us some new excitement. The moon and the sun are aspecting a lot of different planets right now, so there's a lot of energies being stimulated. The moon is sextile Uranus, so that's some of that exciting and innovative energy being doubled or amplified there. The moon is also quincunx Jupiter in Virgo, so there's maybe Jupiter in Virgo wants to kind of figure out the details. So maybe we're learning how to be visionary kind of on the fly, but we at some point will want to work out the details of what we're doing and ground it into practicality. So that's the Jupiter. There's a semi-sextile from the moon to Chiron, so there are some possibilities of feeling woundedness or energetic sensitivity. Also maybe a desire to intuitively and energetically connect with creative or divine or healing sources beyond us. Some other stuff that's happening in the sky right now, just briefly. Mars is approaching Saturn in Sagittarius, and Saturn just turned direct a few days ago. And they'll meet up exactly next week. So Mars in Sagittarius again amplifies this desire for excitement, for stretching boundaries, exploring new possibilities, sharing them with the world, defining things in a whole new way, and taking a larger perspective because it's in Sagittarius. Saturn wants us to be real and to have definition about what we're doing. So we're pushing boundaries on one hand and trying new things, but on the other hand, redefining what it is that we believe and maybe coming up against where our own rigid structures of belief are currently. As Mars is approaching Saturn, we could have excitement on one hand, but then fear on the other hand, because Saturn shows us our limitations and wants us to get real. So there will be this negotiation between wanting to stretch and explore and just go with Mars versus defining things, pinning them down, having structure, and knowing why we're doing what we're doing with Saturn, but both in the adventurous sign of Sagittarius. Also, because Saturn is direct, we're not as much internalizing our doubts and questions right now as we are redefining our approach to things in the world, things that we're actively engaging with. So there is a desire to really manifest and bring forth externally whatever it is that we're excited about, whatever new learning or exploration is going on. Another thing that people always want to know about, and so it's worth mentioning, is that Mercury will go retrograde in a little less than 2 weeks. So at the end of the month, I believe it's August 29th. And Mercury has been in Virgo, and his retrograde cycle will be in Virgo entirely. Mercury is very strong in Virgo. It is precise. It is kind of mathematical precision. It is can be about splitting hairs, but also using words in a precise way, and the ability to kind of get to the essence of what's really important. So, another thing is that Mercury is also approaching Jupiter, and he will meet up with Jupiter next week around the same time that Mars will meet up with Saturn. So Mercury meeting up with Jupiter at the same time that Saturn is meeting up with Mars really amplifies this desire or need to articulate what it is that we're discovering and to expand our mental perspective. So we've got this fire energy and this earth energy going on, and this has been the case really for the last month, especially, is that fire and earth are the two strongest energies in the sky. So Mercury and Jupiter in Virgo, along with Venus, are representing some of that earth energy, particularly in Virgo. And fire energy, we actually have all three signs represented right now, although the sun will move out of Leo next week. So the sun is in Leo, Mars and Saturn in Sagittarius, and Uranus in Aries. So fire arguably has been the strongest energy, but with Mercury in Virgo, that particular brand of earth energy is also quite strong since Mercury is at home with Virgo. So if fire is about excitement, motivation, passion, larger understanding, vision, and earth is about getting things done, practicality, nailing down the details, and with the Virgo emphasis maybe being flexible and working with other people in real world situations, then really this is an energy that can be very creative and practical simultaneously. But because there's a lot of mutable energy with it, with Sagittarius and with Virgo, we need to be flexible with our definitions and how we're doing things. We have a lot of things being redefined. We have a lot of discovery going on right now. So even though we want to create and make things real and get down to the business of manifesting, we're going to be thinking on our feet a bit and also needing to kind of look back over the blueprints and redefine things. Venus is trine Pluto tonight. So that's the other big thing happening right now, along with this lunar eclipse / full moon. Venus in Virgo trine Pluto is empowering our ability to share in a practical way that which is meaningful with us, meaningful for us, and also helpful for other people. So if Pluto in Capricorn desires excellence, competence, craftsmanship, getting your work out into the world perhaps, then Venus in Virgo is able to articulate these things, and she has a connection to nature, she has a connection to details and craftsmanship as well. So we're really able to get some things done that matter and that will make a difference in our life or help other people in society. So if you want to take advantage of that energy tonight, if you manage to see this tonight, that's a good thing to take advantage of. So next month, just as a little preview, of course, Mercury will be retrograde for majority of next month, or for at least 3 weeks or so. But some other things that will be happening is we will have a solar eclipse in Virgo. So new beginnings in health and wellness and ironing out the details of our life and being of practical service, and connection to nature. And also Jupiter will be moving into Libra around September 9th, I believe. And that is very exciting because Jupiter is traditionally much happier in Libra than he would be in Virgo. And I really am excited also about Jupiter moving into Libra because we've had really a deficit of planets in air signs since none of the outer planets have been in air signs, or even the social planets, Jupiter and Saturn, for quite a while, for like over 3 or 4 years. So since Jupiter moved out of Gemini, we've had long periods where there have been no planets in the sky that are in air signs except for the moon. So when Jupiter moves into Libra for a whole year, we'll be able to communicate better, we'll be able to see different perspectives easier, we'll be able to take a more balanced approach in how we're conducting affairs in our life and making connections with other people. So I think that will be exciting to have that enhancement of air energy. And then the other thing next month will be, we will also have in the middle of the month, about a month from now, and mid-September, we will have another partial lunar eclipse / full moon in the sign of Pisces. So those are some things to look forward to next month. So just a little video to check in with you guys and talk briefly about what's going on in the sky and say hi. So I hope all is going well with you. I hope you fare well during this eclipse season. If you are interested in an astrology consultation or in learning astrology, I do consultations, I do tutoring sessions and ongoing sort of coaching relationships with people. And the ongoing work that I do with people is at a discounted price because I really love working with people on an ongoing basis. So if you have that interest in astrology and you want to work with me, you can drop me an email at jennifer.parde@gmail.com, or just check out my services on my website, jenniferparde.com. So anyway, hope you guys are all well, and wishing you a wonderful lunar eclipse and a period of discovery and redefinition and really seeing the world with the eyes of wonder. Thanks. Take care.